Today's lesson is titled Two-Column Proofs, Congruent Triangles. You will prove that triangles are congruent using a two-column proof. In the first example, the angles are marked congruent, so the first statement will say that, and the reason will be given. The sides HJ is marked congruent to side LM, so the reason would be given. We know that triangle GHJ is congruent to triangle KLM by the angle side congruence criterion. So if you have two triangles that are congruent, the third angle L, is congruent to angle H by the third angle theorem. For the next example, side LM is congruent to side TN. The reason would be given. Angle LMN is congruent to angle TMN. The reason's given. Side MN is congruent to side MN by the reflexive property. So the two triangles will be marked congruent by side, angle, side. In the next example, side WX is marked congruent to side XZ. That would be given. Side WY is marked congruent to side YZ. That would be given. XY is congruent to XY by the reflexive property, so the triangles are congruent by side, side, side. This example, angle A is going to be congruent to angle D because they're marked given. Angle ACB is congruent to angle BCD. That's because right angles are congruent. Side BC is congruent to side BC by the reflexive property, so the triangles are congruent by angle, angle, side. Next example, side PQ is marked congruent to side ST, so the reason would be given. Side QR is marked congruent to side MS, so the reason will be given. Angle Q is congruent to angle S because right angles are congruent, so the triangles will be stated congruent by side, angle, side.